Hey there, welcome back everybody. You're watching WENY News at Noon. I'm joined by Doris Metzger now from the Steele Memorial Library. Thanks for joining us, Doris.
Thank you.
And you know, you're kind of like the teen librarian, so we're talking about some books today that could appeal to some teens. So you have a few here.
And adults as well, because a lot of adults read teen books. So our first book is Dreadnought. It's a superhero story with kind of a twist. The main character, Danny, is transgender. So the book starts out with Danny in a male body, but then when he witnesses the death of a superhero, the powers of the superhero get transferred into Danny, and one of the side effects of that power transfer is that he becomes in the body he's always wanted, which is that of a girl.
Oh, interesting.
So when he goes home, reality hits, and everyone freaks out because A, he has superpowers, and B, he's now physically a girl. So this book is a page turner, lots of adventure. It does take on the issues of transgender, but in a really wonderful, realistic way, and it's funny, it's wonderful, it is not to be missed.
All right.
The next book is Ronit and Jamil. It's a retelling of Romeo and Juliet. The twist of this one is that it's set in modern day Palestinian, Israeli, Gaza Strip border area.
Wow. Big
So
twist.
you've got a teen from the Palestinian side falling in love with a teen from the Israeli side. And of course their families are freaking out about that as well. The great thing about this book is that it's written in verse, great for reluctant readers. And it, being that it's written in verse, it's a really intense read. You hear from the points of view of the teens and the family members. It's just a great, very special
Yeah, it
book.
seems really interesting.
Oh, and by the way, if you think you know how this will end because you've read Romeo and Juliet, you'll be surprised.
You're wrong, gotta read it.
Finally, for dessert, one of my favorites, the Chronicles of St. Mary's series. All I'll say is British historians, time traveling, and then they get into all kinds of trouble during huge moments in history. It's one adventure after another, and you will laugh out loud. These British humor, quirky characters. I love the author. One of the things she said was, you know, the characters walked into a men's room and it smelled like all men's rooms. Sorry, Cody. Which is to say, it smelled like 100 wet tomcats died in there.
Well,
and I fell off the sofa laughing.
I can agree with that. Unfortunately, that is the way it goes sometimes. So why do you feel that teens and young adults would appeal to these books in particular?
Well, you know, who doesn't love a good romance? And since it's set in the Israeli-Palestinian area, that adds a real twist to it. Transgender issues,
definitely big right now.
It's huge right now. And at the library, we are starting a Safe Zones group for teens later in April. So I'm happy to see more transgender books and characters coming out.
All right, perfect. Doris, thank you so much.
You're
and of course,
welcome.
this will be on our website, weny.com, after the show, where we'll have a link to the Steele Memorial Library. Doris, thank you once again.
Thanks, Cody.